This episode is sponsored by Gamergy, the gaming energy drink made by gamers for gamers. Check it out in 4 great flavors: Purple Nurple, Red Alert, Binary Blue, and Epic Green. Hello there, guys. We're back at Cedar Rapids Comic-Con. I'm literally just going down the line of cosplayers, trying to get their perspectives here at this amazing event. This is my 3rd year here. I probably said that 3 times already, but I love Cedar Rapids Comic-Con, and getting a chance to meet all these amazing cosplayers is just a wonder. So thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely, I'm excited.
And by the way, if you guys didn't know, this is Oh My Sophii, and she is doing Soldier 76 from Overwatch.
Yes.
We couldn't tell with the giant gun, the coat, which the coat is fantastic, by the way. I'm just now noticing how much it looks exactly like it, actually. So
actually, this coat was sponsored to me by Cosplay Sky. So they did a fantastic job on this. They wanted me to test it out and see what I thought about it, and I am a fan. I love it.
Well, there you go, guys. A little shout out to Cosplay Sky. Check them out for all your cosplay needs. And we have already bestowed upon her the honor of being a White Lantern. So thank you so much for joining the Lanterns of Iowa Cosplay, where we don't restrict you to one core. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it, if that's okay. So what initially got you into the world of cosplay?
My best friend Sissa, in 2009, she was like, hey, come with me to A-Kon in Dallas, Texas. And I'd only seen cosplay on TV, and I just never looked back. The community, the costumes, that was it. Changed my life.
Thank you. Thank you, mysterious person. Thank you for all that. You're responsible for this. So thank you. How long have you been cosplaying?
Nearly 10 years.
Well, she beat me. I'm done. Retiring. Sorry, guys. No, I'm kidding. No, that's a long time. Wow. It shows, obviously, but for all I know, that could have been just, talent. So, but whatever you want to call it, great. So, how did you get the name Oh My Sophii?
So originally, me and my best friend Sissa, who got me into cosplay, were Ultra Girls cosplay, and then she kind of quit. Like, she has a lot going on, and so I was sitting there, and I was like, I have to change the name. Like, oh my, what will it be? And I was like, Oh My Sophii.
Don't you love how things just fall, and now I know why I recognize you, because I actually followed Ultra Girls cosplay, so that makes sense now. So, I mean, that works. So what is so I have a couple of my favorite pictures here, and we'll put them up in the video so everyone can see them. But what are your favorite and least favorite characters that you've cosplayed before? Mine being your Dragonair Ginka, that Domino, and the Nightwing. I love Nightwing; he's one of my favorite characters. But what about you?
So Soldier, definitely. This is one of the funnest. Otherwise, my most recent Sabrina, Gym Leader, that's probably one of my favorite at this point. It changes. I'm working on an armor Barbie, like a World of Warcraft Barbie mix. And so in 2 weeks, that'll be my favorite.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm glad it changes into, because that just means that you're loving everything you do.
Yeah.
So could you take us through the process of one of your cosplays? Like, what do you do? You do your own sketches? Do you hire people for sketches? Do you do Google research? What's it kind of look like to you?
So I'm pretty impatient, so I try to sketch, but I normally don't get that far. I get the idea in my head, I go and get the materials, and I just start building and adjust as I go. I'm trying to slow down and sketch, but I get so excited that I'm just like, I'm doing it.
Well, I mean, at least there's passion, right?
Yeah.
There's passion. That's all that matters. How many cosplays have you done to date so far?
I have about 40 in my closet.
That's probably just one closet. There's probably a couple more, some boxes, a storage unit, another house. No. So hey, I mean, if you got it, you got it. If you got it, flaunt it, right? So what kind of timetable do you try to give yourself when you between choice and conception of cosplay? What's that timetable kind of look like usually?
So it kind of depends. So like my Barbie armor, I had planned to do that in a month, and it took a bit longer. We're about 2 months in. But usually I give myself anywhere from a week or 2 weeks, because I try to do 1 or 2 cosplays a month. New.
Night Mage, she's working on you, buddy.
Yeah, he's taught me a lot of tricks.
Oh my gosh, Night Mage is by far, he's the cosplayer I get so much of my inspiration from.
Yeah.
Mostly just the working hard stuff, because he's a monster.
Yeah.
He did 4 in February, January. He did 4 in, I think it's 5 actually. So
Probably.
you're a monster, dude.
I did it in like 1 day, 100% complete.
I think he actually did the shadow in 1 day.
Yeah.
So, gosh, you're a monster, dude. So do you like to cosplay characters from a certain genre the most, or do you have what I like to call ooh syndrome?
I have ooh syndrome for sure. Like, like I see a character and that's what I want to do. I'm trying to make it more even though. I've done a lot of comics and now I've done a lot of video games. So I'm trying to do some of my favorite anime characters next.
Goals, guys, goals. um, so of all the places you visited, which has had the best atmosphere for cosplayers?
I've been fortunate enough to really visit a lot of really fantastic places. Before here, I was in New Orleans with Wizard World, and that was incredible. But here, I'm so pleasantly surprised. The community is fantastic and very involved.
Cedar Rapids, give yourself a pat on the back, along with the rest of you, Iowa. Good job.
I love it.
This is my third year at this con. I love it so much. I actually got my start for Moch Creations YouTube and cosplay 1 year ago at this con.
Oh, that's awesome. This is
So
your home con.
this is my home con now. I hope to come here for another 20 years.
That's
So so what is your favorite? So we kind of already asked this, but it's kind of a different question at the same time. Do you do more cosplays from like TV shows, video games, comics? What's your bread and butter genre to pick from?
My interests are very varied, so I don't know if there's just one. I kind of just get stuck on one. So if I do a comic book character, my next three cosplays will also be comic book, and then I'll switch to video games, and then it's like phases.
Well, I mean, at least you got a little bit of everything. So,
That's the goal.
so how does it feel to cosplay your favorite character, to get into that outfit, to don it, get into the mindset, and just become whatever it is you're? What is that feeling like? Is it possible you could describe that feeling for us?
I don't think there's anything in the world like it. I tell everyone I speak to, everyone who comes to my booth, I say, do you cosplay? And if they say no, I'm always like, you absolutely should. Because I think it's an experience everyone should try just once. I mean, it's amazing.
My mom actually has done cosplay too.
Yeah?
My mom is a wonderful woman, 50 years old, which does not show one bit on her. I love you, Mom. Remember me at my birthday. And she is just a wonderful woman who she loves to do witches. She's just a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So we've actually done a couple of robes for her and stuff like that, and she just loves it. She has her own cackle and everything. In fact, she sounded like Rita for a long time when I was growing up, and I'm just like,
Rita Repulsa?
oh yeah, Rita
That's
Repulsa.
amazing.
So it scared the crap out of me. Can I take the trash out? So what kind of tips do you have for everyone watching that you use to kind of get into character?
So I like get it like acting.
Yeah,
Or...
like acting, or how do you feel like that character? How do you get into the mojo of the character, kind of?
I find that putting the costume on instead of right before you get to a con, like maybe an hour or two before, and kind of walking around in it, and like I like to say some of the lines, like we're all soldiers now.
No, that fits. That fits actually, because that kind of lets you. If you just put it on, you're already there, and then
Yeah.
people are already stopping you. You don't really have a chance to kind of
Feel it out.
feel it out. So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Sci-Fi's latest show, Cosplay Melee? And any aspirations to maybe do it yourself one of these days?
Yeah, so both seasons I applied. One season I got to like the interview round. I didn't know if it was still going or not, but it's definitely like I'd like to be on that. I'd love that.
I'm actually very proud to announce that I get to interview two of the winners of Cosplay Melee in Planet Comic Con in 2 weeks.
Stephen K. Smith.
Stephen K. Smith and Ebony Warrior Studios. So I am very excited to meet them. I actually did my own analysis of Cosplay Melee, and the producer himself tweeted at me saying, "This is wonderfully done. Thank you." So that was a big,
Yeah.
look at me.
Well, if you're coming to Planet, come say hi.
I will come say hi. I will come say hi. We will. I can't stop. I see a cosplay, I just run.
Yep.
And I'm not a runner. So what's it like being invited to events like Cedar Rapids Comic Con? It's got to be a lot of things, like prideful, humbling, honor. I imagine, at least.
It's very, very exciting. So I love cosplay, but I love the community and being up. I don't want to just make cosplays and sit at home in them. I want to come and meet the people and talk about their costumes. So anytime I get invited out to a con and I get to be a part of that community for a little bit, it is really humbling and just really exciting.
All right. All right. Well, so do you have any cosplayers that you kind of look to for inspiration? I mean, anybody that's kind of like that's my mentor, my idol, that he or she pushes me, kind of thing,
There's a lot of different people that kind of do different things. One is April Gloria. She's one of my best friends, and she's so detail orientated and such a fantastic creator. And so she's kind of like watching her work has kind of helped me slow down and look at my work a bit longer. So I'm very thankful to have her.
All right. So I have a bucket of money here.
Oh yeah?
I wish it was a real bucket of money, but unfortunately. But I have a bucket of money here, and all the skills in the world you need, everything you need to make your dream cosplay. What is it?
It is Raiden from Metal Gear Solid, complete crossplay. I don't want anyone to know I'm a girl. And I want it to be animatronics, I want it to move, and I want to get on stage and compete in it, and I want my face to come down, and I want it to say, I want to go, I am lightning, the rain transformed. And that's all I need.
That's all she needs, guys. That's all she needs. So what does cosplay mean to you personally?
It means community, but it's costume play, and it's fun, and I wish more people understood that. I think that we should all be having fun, we're a community, and that's what it's about. It's about meeting like-minded people.
All right, I like that answer. So we're gonna go into another my little Sith lightning round, I like to call it. It's a chance for us to get to know you a little bit more personally. What kind of things you like, don't like, things like that. So I'm gonna give you one of two options. You pick one without thinking, and that's how we're gonna learn about you a little bit. You ready? All right, Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
I didn't even get a chance.
No, I have a room full of Pikachu plushies, 60 of them.
Honey, what? Honey, where are you? I found the house we're gonna rob. So, Marvel or DC?
Oh, DC.
Good. That's the right answer. Unfortunately, Marvel Comics. Sorry, you need to pick it up. Sorry, guys. Sci-fi or fantasy?
Fantasy.
Okay. Anime or manga?
Anime.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Trek. Oh God.
Delete all. Control Alt Delete. Sorry, we're not putting. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I love both, but I grew up with Star Trek.
I am a Star Trek fan, but Star Wars is so near and dear to my heart. So it's not even a contest, unfortunately. But all right. Well, any tips or tricks for those who are wanting to get into the world of cosplay that you could kind of, any thoughts that you can give them to kind of make that transition,
Yeah. Just do it. That's what I always say. Just do it. Whether you want to buy it or make it, I recommend starting out buying your costume to make sure you're comfortable on the show floor in costume. Because some people aren't super comfortable, get used to it. And then slowly start making your own. But there's no wrong way to cosplay, so just do it.
Just do it! I had to throw that in there. So, any projects that you're working on right now? Maybe we get some spoilers for it. Are we about the Barbie one?
Yeah.
But anything else, maybe?
Yeah, so I'm also working on an Apocalypse Peach and Jesse and James from Team Rocket.
Okay, yep.
And I'm redoing my Raven. I've got about 6 costumes I'm working on right now.
I had one. I got it done. I had one. I got it.
That counts.
Six cosplays. Whoa, just over my head. But thank you so much for being a part of this. It was such a pleasure. It's such an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And guys, thank you so much for joining us today. If you haven't been to Cedar Rapids Comic Con, please come check it out next year. It is a wonderful event. I love it so much. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you Sith lightning that like button. And if you're new, use the force to subscribe. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.